Hi everyone, welcome to my You Are the Miracle FM Thursday night tuning in. And tonight I want to help you open up again into a more relaxed, calm, happy and grounded space into your body. What I've noticed in the last few weeks is that many of my clients have shock upon shock upon shock in their body. When I touch their body, that's what I notice. And of course, part of my treatments, the most important part of my treatments is for my client's body to recover, to relax, retrain the body to relax and to let go of that shock. But never in the history of my private practice, which has been going for 20 years, have I come across so much shock. And of course, that's because it's towards the end of May now. We've been in lockdown for several months, and all the structures that we relied on in the past, our outside structures, are kind of crumbling. And it doesn't matter which camp or which side of the camp you believe in, all of us are getting a feeling that we're being lied to, and not just being lied to at the moment, but maybe some of the things that we believed in, that we put our trust in, we now realize all those times we were believing in a lie, and some of these lies are astronomical. So if you tune into your body, if you tune into your body, one of the worst feelings that we can experience is knowing that you've been lied to, that you trusted in somebody or a business or an institute or the government or the church, or it doesn't matter what. You trusted, you bought wholeheartedly into it, and then you realize, hey, after all, that was a big fat lie. And that naturally causes shock of betrayal, shock and grief. And then I think the other thing that it creates in us is a sense of exposure, like we're stripped of our external scaffolding, and we don't know who is telling us what, where the lies are coming from, and so on. So at the moment there's a lot of confusion as well. And I'm not saying, by the way, that that's all wrong. It's part of something that's happening worldwide with our planet, part of maybe the Great Awakening, or part of the ascension, part of going from 3D to 5D. But in the meantime, our little poor nervous systems are experiencing a lot of shock. So tonight I want to take you through some very, very easy exercises to help your body let go of some of that shock so it doesn't build up. How do you know if you have shock in your body? Other than, of course, you might feel a bit jittery, or you can't relax, or you're feeling snappy. Physically, what can happen is you can end up with joint pain, like pain in your ankles, in your knees, in your hips. For women or girls, pain in your womb space, in your uterus. For all of us, pain in our diaphragm. Because when we get a shock, straight away it's like we hold our breath, and the shock is really meant to move through us. So our body has all these mechanisms in place that catch the shock, and then it needs to move through us, moves through our bodies and back into the earth. And when that happens, we continue to live our lives and not being too affected by shock and trauma. But of course, what happens with most of us, it's like shock sticks to us like we're a piece of Velcro, and once that energy is in our tissues, it's not so easy to let go. And that's why I want to show you some exercises, because when you have shock energy in your body, you attract more of the same thing. For instance, if you hop out of bed in the morning and you stub your toe on the corner of your bed and you're jumping up and down because now your toe is hurting really bad, that's got shock energy now in your big toe. And you'll find that during the day you'll probably bump into it 2 or 3 more times, because that energy is there, and energy attracts like energy, so like attacks, like that's what happens in our body. And I think we're seeing a lot of that today, all around everywhere. And the other day I gave myself a treatment, one of my own treatments, and it sort of worked quite well. Probably not as well as if I went to another healer, but anyway, it did the trick. And I'm actually feeling really, really calm. And I also feel that everything that's happening at the moment in our world, in our society, and globally as well, it's all, I feel that it's happening towards a good outcome. Like, to me, it feels like a positive thing, even though it's painful. And I also feel a real deep sense of calm and peacefulness, and that we're all supported, right? So I wake up with that feeling, and I have it during the day, and I take it to bed. So I actually feel a real deep, unshakable peace in my heart. But when I was testing my nervous system actually told me that I'm feeling hysterical. It was feeling hysterical. So here I'm walking around doing my jobs and, going about my business, not even realizing that I had that level of hysteria going inside my body. So that's what caused me to really look into, some really good short exercises that we can all do. If we do it every day for a few weeks, we literally get rid of a whole lot of buildup of trauma and shock in our body. Because shock has like a contracting effect on us, like it shrinks us. And it doesn't just shrink our immune system or our nervous system. If we constantly live in shock and fear, it will also dry up our money flow. It will dry up the flow of love and the flow of happiness, and literally it causes all the good parts of our lives to shrink and to contract, and which is not a good thing, by the way, because most of us don't have as much money as we really deserve to have. And in fact, this whole COVID-19 is causing a massive reshuffle of the world's finances. This is what I've been reading anyway, that the billionaires or the trillionaires, they've doubled their money, and of course that has to come from somewhere. So I guess the average person is getting less and less. This is as a result of our nervous system, by the way. So tonight I want you to start feeling good in yourself again, and I want to bring you into a beautiful, relaxed state of openness. And it doesn't matter what happens around you, you can still feel good on the inside. You can feel supported. You can feel safe and secure, and your true self again, like your true essence, your true presence, is always at peace. Everything is always in order. And that's your soul, of course, your spirit. Nobody can touch that. It doesn't matter if the whole world goes to the pack. That part of you nobody can touch, and it's good if you can actually connect in and tune into it. So let's start. This is also really good for moms with children. I've had a few requests in the last week from mothers with children who've noticed that their kids are getting really clumsy, they're bumping into things, they're having accidents. And this is also, again, a symptom that the children are having too many shocks in their system. So even if your children consciously may not be aware of what's going on around them on a subconscious level, everyone is really tuning into the trauma of, the loss of structure, the uncertainty. People are feeling threatened by the virus. People are feeling threatened by the government and by the loss of freedom and that sort of thing. That's also going into your children and little babies. So the first thing I want to do, of course, is maybe this is for the moms, which they can do for the children, but also if you're watching, it's really good for yourself. So you go to the highest point on the ear, so right there, and stick your finger right into it. Squeeze it really hard. so squeeze it first. Now this will even stop anaphylactic shock. So even something as severe and life-threatening as anaphylactic shock, it will stop it in its tracks. So, but for this exercise, just rub your ears like this and pull it even, pull and stretch. So you can do that, you know, quite vigorously, manage yourself. When you're doing it with your children, just be gentle, because your energy will go into their body. Okay, and that feels good. So you can feel your body relax because it's doing a big sigh. And that's actually releasing constriction and opening up. All right, so that's a good one. Can do that for a couple of minutes. Now there is another. So now you're on your way. You've started. Your body has started to release shock. So now there's an important point there. That's like an acupressure point that balances your whole energy system. And here's another point. Okay, so you can do this to yourself. You don't need to do this to your child, because just simply by doing that, that's releasing a lot of shock and trauma from their body. Then there are some really important points here. These are called kidney points. So they're referring to your kidneys. But what they actually are, they like the fuse box. So inside your house, like let's say you have a kettle, your kettle is boiling away, and suddenly an accident happens, or the wire burns out or something, and the switch will flip in the fuse box, right? And you have to literally go to your fuse box and flip it back on again. So that's what these points here do. So give them a good rub. You can rub them or tap. Give them a nice big tap or rub. And while you do that, you can even say to yourself, I am safe, I am supported, everything is in order. Because remember, all of us are, each of us individually, I want you to think of yourself while you're listening to me, just bring your attention and your energy back into yourself. You are being supported by your own guardian angels, by your heavenly family, your divine family, your ancestors who've moved over, and they're here to help us as well transition through this difficult time. And all sorts of light beings are there that are here to help you feel calm, supported and safe during times of trauma and shock. In fact, all the time, but this is the time perhaps that you will notice them more. And so then there is a point here on the heart, so I hope you can see it. I'll just go like that. So right there, put one hand on your heart. Okay, and then there's a point here that's right there. I want you to tap that point, and that releases shocks and tension build up from your heart center, literally from your heart space. So this is a double whammy, because you're putting your hand on your heart, and then on top of it, it's like tapping your heart as well, tapping at the door of your heart. Breathe in, close your eyes, and while you're tapping away, just use your breath, breathing in fresh energy, breathing out tension, stress, toxins from old shock and trauma, everything that's been stored in your body, that's been building up from times that you couldn't cope, the times that your body couldn't let the shock flow through your body, and it literally packed itself in the tissues. So just keep tapping away. And while you do that, I want you to say something like this: it is now safe for me to release old shocks. I now choose to let go of old shocks. I am safe. I'm supported. Everything is in order. Nothing needs to change. I now let go of old shocks. So the whole time I'm tapping, it's like waking up the subconscious, tapping on a specific energy point that allows shock and trauma to leave your body. So this is, so actually all these points are like right here. I've especially just, I'm working with the points at the top of your body so you can see what I'm doing, but there's also a really important point in the middle of your feet rather. So if this is your foot, right in the center, you can put your thumb there, right? But I can't really do that here because I'm filming myself. So let's imagine this is your foot. So you just simply need to put your finger there, breathe into it, and that's really allowing the tightness from your stomach to dissolve and to tension to disappear, for shock to flow out and leave your body. So just do that. So if you're watching me now, you can put one of your feet on your lap and use your hand to press into the center of the foot. So like there is just like the balls of the feet. Put it there, breathe into it. And you can really breathe the tension and shock out of your body. That's your intention. So energy will always follow your intention. And why is this important? Well, it is important because just like, say, your arteries get clogged up with plaque, the same thing will happen throughout your body, that your nervous system and your electrical currents, like your energy flow, gets blocked up if you don't move that shock out of your body, right? You move it out, just keep moving it out. If you do those few exercises over the next few weeks, you'll be all good and clean again. You'll be free for energy to flow into your life, even for money and love and attention and respect and all those good things, success to flow into your life again. So that's what I want for you. So then I'll finish off with like a beautiful grounding meditation. And remember that one way to really integrate your nervous system is by putting your hands like that. And this is another really good thing to do with children as well. It's great for children and adults. Rest your hands on your chest. Breathe in your nose and let go. Now what will happen when you do that, you might start to remember things that really upset you during the week. And this is a good time for you to do that now actually. So just choose the incident or something that you saw on Facebook, or something that happened at work, or something you feel upset about. I want you to choose that incident now and close your eyes. Rest your hands on your heart like this. Breathe into your body, tune into that. Feel the tension in your body and let it go. And you're now healing it. You're now moving the shock out, the hysteria, the nervous tension. As you're sitting here like this, you feel your bum on the chair, feel your feet on the floor, feel how heavy your body is sinking into the ground, literally. And just imagine Mother Earth is coming up to meet you. So it's almost as if your feet are now sunk into the ground and maybe covered by the dirt. Maybe the dirt is nice and cool. And just feel really, really super grounded. Think of beautiful cool moss, leaves fluttering around, rocks on the grass, like cool rocks, pebbles, and trees. And now take your attention all the way into the center of Mother Earth, like an imaginary center. Just do that. Bring yourself down, all the way down into the center of Mother Earth, and you literally feel your whole being is changing. You might even feel like your body wants to rock backwards and forwards. And that's again, that's a sign the flow it's starting up again, the energy flow. You're defrosting your nervous system. So just go with it. And in the center of Mother Earth is a point of light. And when you come closer, you see that it's a beautiful diamond, like bigger than you, so you can lean into it. Use your hands and your body and just lean into that beautiful diamond. And as you're leaning into it and with open hands, you're touching it in your mind's eye, it's like there is an energy transfer happening. So you just release and let go of all the tension, the shock, the hurt, the grief, the sadness, the loss and sense of betrayal. Just allow that to flow into that beautiful diamond in the center of Mother Earth, and she knows what to do with it. She will transform that energy into beautiful positive energy that can be returned into nature again. So just feel all the tension leave your body. Feel your body open up and relax. Feel your tissues soften. Your trust is coming back. Positive energy is flowing into your body. And when you feel that you've stayed there for long enough, you can stay there longer. Gradually come back up through the center of Mother Earth, back into your feet. And they're still covered with dirt. They're literally in the dirt, making you feel real grounded and safe and secure. Come back up through your feet, through your knees, just making sure that all your joints are open now. Energy is flowing through it, through the hips, your spine, up into your arms. Your neck is relaxing, and your head. And then just focus on a point behind your eyes. That's your third eye, that's your point of clarity, your higher intuition, your truth, your own personal truth. And then softly come back into your room and open your eyes. Now this was a very, very short grounding meditation. And I believe that today we need more grounding than ever. Not just for our sake, also for the planet, for everyone in the planet. And when you do this beautiful short meditation where you feel connected to Mother Earth again and you come back into center, it's like you change your vibrational energy, you do an exchange and you're up leveling your energy, and everyone else benefits from that choice you've just made to tune in, to come back to yourself. It's a choice that you need to make, and that choice pays off. So I hope that you've really enjoyed this, and thanks for watching, everyone. And let me know how you're getting on, what's happening for you at the moment. And I'm curious to know if you've actually noticed more things that shock you recently, or if you've actually been going really, really well. You might have been on top of the world, or you might have been like me. So I, deep down in my deepest self, I feel that everything is good. I feel as if whatever the world is trying to do, like whatever the planet is trying to do for us, I feel as if it's already happened. It's already been accomplished, but we're still going through it right now. So that feels good. But on the surface level, there are things all the time that sometimes scare me a bit, or that trigger me a bit. And then it's really, really good to come back into my center. And that's the same for you. The way through this is by you focusing on you. Give yourself time. Give yourself the love and attention. Be compassionate. And practice self-care more than ever before. So I hope that you've really enjoyed this. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week, and I really appreciate you being here tonight. Bye bye, have a great week. Bye bye everyone.